We are just 8 days away from the election, and all eyes will be on Ohio, the most expensive Senate race in United States history. Thanks for sticking with us here at 4:30. I'm Clay Gordon.
And I'm Angela Ann. Incumbent Sherrod Brown and his challenger, Bernie Moreno, are in a battle over majority control of the Senate. Moreno came to Columbus this morning to talk about what he will do if elected, and both Moreno and Senator Brown have made abortion rights a key issue in this campaign. Now, Moreno has said he supports a 15-week abortion ban. Brown, however, says that issue on abortion has been decided, that it is up to individual states.
We should aspirationally, as a nation, think about some sort of 15-week standard. It says after 15 weeks, there's some common sense restrictions. Because as you know, most abortions happen before 15 weeks anyway.
And it's clear from all the dancing and moving and you know, just all the things that my opponent's doing and others, that they're still playing games with abortion. They're trying to find out, what do I say that gets me past this? But the fact is, I think most people don't trust them on this issue.
Now, it is estimated that both sides in the race have spent more than $400 million. The race is also unique in that neither candidate debated the other. Now, voter turnout also expected to be high because of this race, and we look back at the last big election. That was in 2020 for the presidential. 74% of Ohio's 8 million registered voters cast ballots.
And it's too early to tell if we'll match or exceed that number this year, but the Secretary of State says early voting the turnout has been very high, and 10 TV political reporter Doug Patcash talked to the Secretary of State. What did he tell you?
Well, first of all, Board of Elections offices certainly have been busy throughout the state. That is for sure right now. Now, you mentioned there are more than 8 million registered voters in Ohio. So far, or rather already, nearly 1.7 million of them have cast ballots. The Secretary of State's office updated its voting dashboard this morning, and here's what it shows. You can see the total ballots cast right there, just barely under 1.7 million. And those break down this way. 742,000 absentee ballots have been returned to Board of Elections offices statewide, and more than 941,000 people have voted early in person. And these numbers are as of this morning, so they are all growing still today. Early voting turnout this weekend was strong. This was the scene outside the Franklin County Board of Elections office before early voting started at 1 p.m. yesterday. A lot of people got in line before the doors even opened. A spokesperson for the Franklin County BOE tells me nearly 3,200 people voted in just 4 hours yesterday. He also says they are on track to beat the 2020 early voting total of 117,000. And statewide, turnout is strong.
We're seeing high turnout for both early voting and absentee voting. I'm on the phone every morning with elections officials around the state. They're working through making sure that as those absentee ballots come in, that they're processed quickly so that you can go online to voteohio.gov/track and know that your board has received your ballot.
Now, I took these pictures yesterday just after 1:30 at the Franklin County Board of Elections. The line stretched all the way down the sidewalk and then wound through this switchback fenced area, but it did move steadily. It took about an hour and 15 minutes to get all the way through and out the door after voting. So you weren't really standing in line. You kind of walked slowly in line the whole time.
And weather-wise, it wasn't too bad either. So.
Yesterday was beautiful,
Yeah,
wasn't it? I mean, really.
It's a great day to stand in line to vote, right?
Yeah. And it's always great to vote, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And one more weekend left to vote in person early, right?
It'll be even busier.
Oh, gosh,
yeah,
okay.
for sure.
Well, the deadline to request an absentee ballot, that is tomorrow night at 8:30. You'll be cutting it close, though, to get it postmarked by next Tuesday, the 4th. You could request an application at voteohio.gov. My absentee ballot, I checked the tracker. It's already in-house, and it said the official results are ready for election results to be counted.
We have all our bases covered. You did absentee ballot, I did early voting, and you're waiting for election day.
I'm a waiter, so I'm going to wait until the voting hours because they are different this week, but on election day. I want that sticker on election day.
There is something about voting on election day.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Thanks, Doug. And we do want to show people real quick at home. These are the hours for voting this week. Open tonight until 7:30. Tomorrow night, a little different. Your local Board of Elections office will stay open until 8:30 p.m. and then it's back to that 7:30 for the rest of the week. And again, as Doug mentioned, this coming weekend is the final weekend to vote. There is no early voting on Monday.